Yo, what is going on, guys? Savage here. Today we're going to dive into the upcoming update in Blackout affecting armor, concussions, and cluster grenades. If you guys are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to leave a like on the video, and be sure to join us during one of my live streams here on YouTube at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, and feel free to ask me any questions during the live stream. I respond to each and every single person that stops in and says what's up. Alright guys, let's get into it. This is an update we have been asking for the past few months, and I'm pretty excited to get my hands on it. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until January 29th when 1.12 goes live. I'm extremely excited to see how this update's going to unfold. Now, we shouldn't be in the situation that we're in right now, wondering why are cluster grenades so OP, why are concussions so OP, why is armor so OP. If you guys remember back in early release, this wasn't an issue. Everyone was complaining about time to kill, so they nerfed the armor, then they buffed the armor, then they nerfed the armor again, and then now here we are with another buffed armor. Before we get into these updates, I'm gonna give you my opinion as far as armor, concussions, and cluster grenades, real quick and simple, and then we're gonna jump right into it. I feel like armor's pretty balanced. Level 3 is absolutely OP, but it's level 3 armor. It needs to be OP. That's the point of level 3. Level 1 and level 2 seem to be pretty consistent as far as time to kill and everything. But when it comes to level 3, it's definitely OP. I will not argue that. However, I do believe it's got a purpose. One thing they need to do is do the PUBG tactic. Put level 3 in air crates only. Crates that fall from the plane that flies overhead. This will drastically change the gameplay in Blackout and absolutely create new metas across the board. If people want to play aggressive and chase down kills, they actually have an option to if they do this. Right now we have something really bad going on as far as airdrop. There's not enough risk versus reward. 9 times out of 10 when airdrop lands right next to me, I'm not even going to search it. It seems like the going thing in crates is Titans and Ramparts. That's just the majority of crates. I can't tell you how many times a night while I'm streaming I come across unopened crates that have actually been there a while. No red smoke, no nothing, but untouched. So I'm not the only one not going for crates. So crates need to have a purpose, I believe. Leave the armor the way it is, throw level 3 in the crates, and now you have less people running around with these level 3 armors and more people fighting for crates, trying to fight battles instead of camping in buildings. This would absolutely change gameplay as a whole, and I really hope that this idea is already on the table. Now, as far as concussions, there are a million things you can do to rework them. The concussion lands behind you, only affects your audio, not your visual. Decreased blast radius, only 1 per inventory, not just not stackable. You can only carry 1 in your inventory, period. Now to do this, kind of like armor plates. Armor plates isn't part of your bag, it's its own special pocket. Now you can just make a pocket for your concussion. You can only carry 1. Once you use it, you can pick up another one, but that's it. You get 1. One hitter quitter, that's all you can get. My main issue with being concussed is the unplayability. You are literally sitting target. Concussions might as well kill you. The fact that when you're concussed, you put one hand in the air and you spray with your right hand is absolutely absurd. In any tactical training, you're taught to fight through any pain or fight through anything that's affecting you. And right here in this game, in a battle royale, in a survival game, your guy just instantly gives up. It doesn't make sense. They need to make the playability there. I'm very happy to hear that Blackout's actually listening to our gripe after a month. It took them a little while. It took them a little too long in my opinion, but I'm happy to hear these patch notes. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Enough of my gripe, enough of my ideas. Let's get it. The first note is reduce damage protection from armor across the board. I'm not really sure how this is going to play out. I love the time to kill. If you get shot at from long distance a couple times, you have the ability to slide to safety, heal up. It creates this playability. You're not instantly just dead. You're not just a deer in the headlights. You can actually slide, get to a tree, pop a quick heal, peek, and you have this back and forth fight. You can actually both play it out. I feel like if you decrease the damage of armor all across the board like it was a couple patches ago, about a month and a half ago, you're just going to see armor basically useless and you're going to be dying in about 2 or 3 shots from level 2. This is my fear. We'll see come Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it's going to play out. But on the positive side, if you're in a 1v4 situation, if your squad gets wiped and you're, last alive, which happened to us a couple nights ago, one of my teammates, we were all dead. One of my teammates was actually last alive. He ran into a situation where he was 1v4. He's extremely capable to pull off 1v4, has done it plenty of times. However, all 4 of the opponents were level 3 out of their minds. And of course, no matter how good you are, if they're somewhat decent with their shots, there's no way you're going to be able to pick them all off, especially in last circle. Now the second one is level 3 armor will no longer include additional damage protection against explosives and melee attacks, which is really awesome. When the bowie knife came out, I was extremely excited. The first guy I went to go attack had a level 3 on. Of course, all it did was break it, didn't actually down the guy, he turned around and shot me in the head, and that was it. Of course, it's a bowie knife against armor. It's arguable, I get it. But if you're close enough to get a melee attack off on them, please let me do the same amount of damage to a level 3 as it would to a level 1. See, I love to try hard in this game, but every now and then I like to have little fun games. Melee only games, bowie knife games. If I see level 3, I don't want to have to hesitate before I approach them. Explosion damage as well. I don't really find this too much of a deal when it comes to the cluster meta right now. People just spam them anyway, so I can't really say I've been in a situation where I've had level 3 and it's protected me from clusters, because usually 2 or 3 come flying. But I'm not against it. We'll see how it plays out. I'm pretty excited to see the armor updates. I'm pretty scared at the same time. The meta will change. Whenever there's updates this big, the entire meta is going to change. So guys, get ready to change your entire playstyle. All right, number 3. Here we have an update that's being reintroduced to us. They're acting like it's new, but it's just being brought back. Increased armor plate requirements to repair level 3 armor. This has always been a thing. They took it away for a couple weeks, and now they're bringing it back. Solid play on their part. I'm not sure to what extent. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be looking at 8 plates like it used to be, but we're gonna see. I'm not against this at all. You can only carry 5 in your inventory, so if someone has a level 3 armor and you're beating the hell out of them and they go back to repair their plates, their armor is gonna be a little bit above half, and you can keep kind of picking them. Instead of this whole, oh, I went from a damage level 3 to a full level 3. I like this. I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. It's also gonna be a game changer for the meta. Get ready for this. Number 4. This is probably one of my biggest pet peeves since Blackout has come out. The concussion grenade. I love it. I hate it. I love being on the giving end. I hate being on the receiving end. You all know how it is. You bitch when you get killed by it. Yeah, you don't when you get the kill. But here we have number 4, reduce status effect duration, as well as area of effect radius and throw distance of concussion grenades. Now, I'll go ahead and get to the negative of this because there's not as many. Reducing the throw distance of a concussion grenade seems a little extreme. I don't feel like it's that big right now. You can't just Kobe concussion like you can a cluster and a regular nade. We'll see. This will require an enemy to get closer to you before they throw concussion, so it's not going to be as appetizing to people to just carry a bunch of concussions on them and throw them at people, because you're going to have to actually get a little bit closer. We're going to see how that plays out, but as far as that, everything else I kind of like. Reducing the status effect, absolutely amazing. It's 7 seconds right now. I'm not sure to what extent they're going to be reducing it. I would assume 4. They probably won't half it, a little bit above half, so I'm assuming 4 seconds. Maybe you'll get your vision back a little bit. Nothing in detail yet, but if I had to guess, your vision is going to come back. You'll be able to ADS a little bit, and they'll make it a little bit more playable. As far as area of effect radius, this is something I pointed out earlier. I'm for this. I'm 100% for this. Nothing against it at all. Definitely reduce the radius. That way, if you and your team are pretty spread out, one concussion is not just going to get all of you like it does now. And going back to the same point for the 3rd time, number 5, more options to outplay attackers when hit by a concussion grenade. If I was them, I would do what I've been saying this entire video. Give us the ability to hand ADS, let our vision come back a little bit, keep movements a little slow so it's harder to turn side to side. You want to be affected by it, but you don't want to just be a sitting target. This right here really shows they're listening to fans, and I can't wait to try it on Tuesday. Update 6, increase time to detonate for cluster grenades. I do like this. If someone throws a cluster right next to you and you instantly beeline out of the way, the radius of the explosion and the spread of the clusters will down you before you can get out of the area of explosion. It's insane. Literally, if it lands next to you, just standing there, you're better off getting hit by the explosion than getting hit by the cluster. That'll give you time to get out of the explosion radius and get safe, instead of them just spamming them left and right, and you're just kind of stuck in the middle of it. And here we have number 7, damage reduction from mini cluster grenade explosions. This is extreme. Like I said, the initial explosion from the cluster grenade doesn't do that much damage compared to the little bitty clusters that come off of it. So all in all, these 7 things I've listed will completely change the meta of the game. Get ready to go out and slay. Get ready to find less concussions, less clusters on bodies that you kill. Expect more aggressive gameplay, less long distance snipers and spamming grenades and concussion. Expect for people to get in your face to try to get that cluster off, to try to get that concussion off. Right now we live in the meta of ABRs and 4x SWATs and 4x this and 4x that's and snipers and outlaws. This is really going to bring people together, especially with the nerf on the armor. The armor was so powerful that SMGs were basically useless. Now, somebody with a really good shot who always goes for headshots, yes, they can annihilate anybody. So if you're out there saying, I destroy armor all the time with SMGs, well, you're an exception to the rule. SMGs are basically non-existent. I personally use the Cordite because of the 90 round mag. You can annihilate anything, but all in all, if you go up against level 3, you're not going to go at them with an SMG. So with the weaker armor, you're going to have SMG gameplay, you're going to have closer combat. This is really going to change it back to how the gameplay used to be in the beginning of release. More high kills, less campy, less snipey, more in-your-face action-packed, and I'm extremely excited for this. Now, we also have a bonus. We have a new limited-time game mode coming out for Blackout only called Ambush. Before, when the meta changed to this long-range, campy fest, the 4Xs and all that stuff, they gave us a game mode that was SMG's Close Quarter Frenzy, if you guys remember that. So it kind of was the opposite. So we had long range normal Blackout, then they gave us the Close Quarter Frenzy to kind of make up for it if you wanted the best of both worlds. Now we have This meta looking like it's going to be close range SMGs in your face, 2Xs again, a little bit of sniping here and there. And then they're giving us the opposite of that for Ambush, which is a sniper melee launcher only game mode with a never-ending collapsing circle. Now, I said this from the beginning, it would be amazing if we had a circle that never stopped collapsing. There wasn't a countdown. You literally would drop in, as soon as you dropped in, as soon as all players hit the ground, the circle starts collapsing. It's a never-ending fight. You don't just get a couple kills, you sit there, wait for the circle to move after a minute and a half, and then move with the circle and play the edge of the circle. That's not how it's gonna work. Now it's gonna be, oh, I'm on the edge of the circle, I need to get towards the center, get some fights, because if I get in a fight while on the edge of the circle is gonna tick me and probably kill me. And if you guys are wondering, this is coming out for PS4 only as of now. PC and Xbox will still have the down but not out game mode for another week, and then after that week they will release Ambush for those systems as well. And lastly, we are teased once again by a new camo progression system in Blackout for Mastercraft, reactive, black market camos. I'm extremely excited for this. I've always felt that Blackout needs its own reward system. I don't play much multiplayer, so the only skins I have are the very few that I got from when multiplayer first came out. I'm looking for, like, you can hit a certain amount of wins, you get a certain skin, you have a certain distance travel, you get a certain skin, you get a certain amount of headshots, you get a certain skin. Just Blackout exclusive skins I'm extremely excited for, and I would imagine you'll be able to use those Blackout exclusive skins in multiplayer eventually, if not right off the bat. All in all, I'm extremely happy with the patch notes. A couple little questionable things here and there, but at the end of the day, they listened to us. It may have taken them a little longer, but that's not the point. They listened to us. So I'm extremely excited for Tuesday's 1.12 update. Guys, let me know how you feel about the update in the comments below, and I'll see you guys out on the battlefield Tuesday morning. All right, guys, y'all have a good one and good luck out there.